Hey guys, and welcome to the vlog. I've got here Keg. He is a central bearded dragon. He's actually a red-faced bearded dragon, so it's a part of the bearded dragon morph, and he is a little bit of a cranky bugger, but he's part of the family. He's actually my father's, so I just gave him a few little mealworms there, and we'll get on to the snake part, but I thought I'd share this with you while he's still here. Let's get on to it. So the bearded dragon is actually found all around Australia, and there's two common types, and one is the central bearded dragon, which is like this guy here, and the other is the eastern bearded dragon. And we actually had the pleasure of seeing a few different central and eastern bearded dragons when we went out to Quilpie in West Queensland. So that was a fantastic opportunity to see them in their natural habitat. But these guys are such great pets. All they do is they eat crickets, mealworms, woodies, which are the wood cockroaches, and obviously vegetables. So they eat both herbivorous diet and an insectivore diet. So they are a great pet, and all they require is a UV bulb, nice enclosure with some substrate there, and obviously a heating element. And they are very rewarding. You can actually train them in a sense to be able to respond to different tasks if you offer food. And they are very, very inquisitive, and they always are on alert. Hey guys, so it's one of my favorite times of the week, and it is feeding time. And as many of you know, that I do have a few different pythons to go through, some small, some medium, some large, and I've got those two baby womas that one's still not eating by itself yet, so I might try again today and see if it finally takes its first feed, because sometimes with baby snakes is they are still trying to absorb that egg yolk from the egg sac, and what that does is they're just absorbing all those nutrients as much as they can until it's time to start feeding for themselves. So I'll try again, and hopefully we're able to get it established and ready to go, and we'll keep feeding them until they're ready to find their own homes. They're well established feeders by then and had a few sheds, no health problems whatsoever at the start, so that's a good thing. So let's get to it. So as you guys know, one of my favorite pythons in this collection right now is the one that I've always wanted to own, and that's the Axanthic black-headed python. So I'm about to feed Maggie now, and she's always seems to be the first one to get a feed, which is just how it goes. She's up on the top. So I'll put the camera down now, and we'll get some footage of her taking that rat.
Yeah, she is looking forward to this rat. It looks like she's very active today, which is a nice warm day, so we will give her this little... There we go. And most blackheads, they are terrific feeders. Great food response, so you just got to be careful of when they're in that food response time. But she's looking better and better every time she sheds.
Next up is the little baby woma that is currently eating on its own. There we go. So that's its third ever feed. And this one's just gone straight from out of the egg, absorbed that yolk, and straight to feeding, which is good to see. Now on to the next one. Alright, fingers crossed. Still looks like she's not ready, so I might have to do a few little tricks and see if that works. Now sometimes what you need to do is just what I do anyway, is I pip the head of the pinky rat, especially for woma pythons, and try and get that scent going, trying to get that feed response active. So what I've done is I've just pipped the head, got a bit of the juice going, and then just put it back into the enclosure, close the tub up, and put it back onto the heat. So hopefully over the next few hours that scent gets a bit stronger, and then the wormer decides to eat. If not, then I've got to just keep being a bit more persistent and just seeing how we go. And then worst case scenarios is doing a bit of assist feeding, which not many people like doing. I prefer not to do it, but it's one of those things that if you want that snake to eat, you sort of have to help them get established, and then they go by themselves. So on to the next one anyway.
Here's Mama to the babies. I'm going to get her up to size for another good season. Hopefully a few more eggs this time. And she's starting to get a bit more weight back onto her now, which is good, and we'll start, instead of the smaller frequent feeding, we might pump her with a few larger rats to try and get a bit of bulk on her before the season starts next year. But she's doing very well.
Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog here, and I also want to wish you all a Merry Christmas from Cold Blooded Exotic Pets and Supplies. I hope you have a fantastic day. It is quite hot up here, but we are going to enjoy it as much as we can. Be safe during the holidays, and I will see you on New Year's Day. Until then.